Today's episode is going to be about why do narcissists think the world is out to get them? Think everybody is out to get us, them, whatnot. Before we hop into today's episode, y'all hop over to Amazon, take a look at the self-love journal. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, a self-love journal. Helps you rebuild that self-love and identity after a toxic relationship and whatnot. If you already got the journal, thank you so much. Give me a good review on that thing, if you want to. I appreciate you. But yeah, y'all, yeah. Narcissistic people. Why do we think the world is out to get us? So first of all, a lot of narcissists are paranoid. Super paranoid. And like, I am one of them. I'm a person who has narcissistic personality disorder that is like damn near like mega paranoid of everything. Like, I think people are out to get me, type stuff like that. Not out to like to kidnap me or something like that, but like, I think people are always out to try to hurt me. I'm always on the defensive, like a lot of other narcissists and toxic people tend to be. Like, always on the defense, y'all. Like, always ready to play defense. Like, always ready to hurt you in case you hurt me. Always ready to, say something meaner back to you just in case you say something mean to me. Just do, an eye for a bigger eye for an eye, like that type of stuff right there. And it's because, like I said, it stems from paranoia. So me personally, y'all, this is my personal feelings about narcissistic personality disorder. It's just like, this is my personal feelings right here. Just like, I think narcissism at its core, NPD at its core, is just hyper self-defense that is caused from trauma and neglect. Could be some hereditary stuff in there, but also, just like I said, it could come from being super mega spoiled and never ever having any boundaries set on you, never being told what to do in situations like that. So that could be a possibility of it as well. Pardon the interruption, just want to let you know that I do have courses and support groups available as well. Courses to help you understand what you went through, and support groups to help you during or after the toxic relationship. Link in the description. Now back to the video. So for me, I think narcissism is really just a hyper self-defense, y'all. Like, that's how my mind works. I'm just like, well, I think it's just being defensive, being damn near mega defensive, so to speak, and whatnot. So that happens a lot of times when you're dealing with narcissistic people, or we get mega defensive. We are always on the defense and things like that because that's how our minds work. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Lee, what do we do about it? Okay, Lee, we understand paranoia. What do we do about it? Yeah, there's not really much. I know you all gonna hate me I say this, but like, there's not really too much that you can do to make a narcissist less paranoid. If you know what I mean? Like, unless you're just being able to reassure them that you're not going to hurt them, then there's nothing you can do. And a lot of narcissists don't believe you. Like, you can tell the narcissistic person, hey, look, I'll never hurt you. You can trust me. And we won't believe it. We won't believe you. We don't trust you with that right there. That's why you see a lot of narcissistic people that keep a lot of their vulnerabilities and a lot of their trauma to themselves, because we don't want you to weaponize that against us. You know what I mean? We want to hear your trauma. We want to hear your vulnerabilities. We want to hear your shame so we can weaponize that against you. But we don't want the same thing to happen to us. Like, we know how our minds work, right? If we are always ready to be on the defense, we think everybody else is ready to be on the defense as well. So that's why you see, just even me, y'all, one of my paranoid self-defense mechanisms right now is that when I first meet somebody right now, I'm always thinking of ways to try to hurt them. Like, I was like, well, and that's just where my mind goes. You know, I don't plan on using it. It's just kind of like, just in case you say something to me, I got something to hurt you. You know what I mean? Just in case. I don't intend on using it, but I'm gonna put this in my mental storage locker, just in case you decide to try to hurt me later on or something along those lines. I need to be able to protect myself. Like, it's kind of like taking an umbrella or raincoat with you. It's kind of like I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I'd rather have my insults and my stuff that I can hurt your feelings with and not use it than to need it and don't have anything other than anger and rage and shame. You see what I'm saying? You get a lot of narcissistic people who deal with it that way right there. Like, we want to, a lot of the anger, the rage, and the shame, that's how we process it. We don't have anything else. Like, we don't have anything else to defend ourselves with. when the paranoia reaches, or when we don't have anything else to hurt you with, we don't have anything, you get rage, you get shame, you get the silent treatment, you get ghost mode, they discard you, they break up with you, you get something like that. They abandon you, they abandon the kids, the family, whatever. That's what happens sometimes, y'all. When they don't have anything else, they use anger or rage or whatever, But yeah, it does stem from paranoia, y'all. Cause if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know this year I took the I got another personality disorder evaluation, psych eval. So I took the MMPI-2 and I also took the PDQ-4 test, and they came back like, yeah, of course, narcissistic personality disorder. But it also came back saying like super high on paranoia and schizoid traits. And I was like, oh, schizoid. And she started asking, my therapist started asking me, does the TV send me messages, or does the TV talk to me? Does the radio talk to me and tell me to do specific things? I was like, why do you ask me these questions? Now I looked it up. I was like, oh, the schizoid traits. That's what, I'm not schizophrenic though, y'all. But the paranoia is super high. But the paranoia stems from anxiety. So I also have general anxiety disorder as well. So I have narcissistic personality disorder along with general anxiety disorder as well. So I have a cluster. I have that cluster or whatever of what's going on mentally. And it's like I say, yeah, it is really just a mind game. It's always, it's tough. Y'all, let me go and preface this. I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for the narcissistic person in your life, but it is tough living life this way. Like always thinking people are out to get you, like feeling like everybody's eyes are on you. It's not just like when I say paranoia, I think a lot of people think it's just like we doing this, like we're super skittish and things like that. The way paranoia presents itself in narcissists is like, it could be hyper confidence, hyper vigilance, conspiracy theory type stuff like this. Sometimes it's conspiracy theory type stuff, but like, I don't want to appear weak, so I'm going to appear hyper confident. I don't want to appear like I'm scared that you're watching me, so I'm going to appear hyper confident, or hyper whatever it is. You put the defense mechanisms, like we externally protect, we protect ourselves with this external shield. You know what I mean? But internally, we are just damn near just bubbling over. Internally it's bubbling over. Things are going on internally. But like I said, it is a very unique process, y'all, to deal with. And it's like I said, I'm not trying to get y'all to feel sorry for narcissistic people, y'all. I just want to bring you some understanding of why the paranoia, because like the anxiety causes the paranoia, according to my therapist. Like the general anxiety part of my personality disorder causes me to be hyper paranoid. It's just like, I'm always anxious, y'all. It's just like I'm hyper vigilant, like somebody's going to attack me or something like that. So not like I said, not physically attack me. Sometimes physically, but even it's not always a physical attack. It could be an emotional attack, a mental attack that's launched on me that I want to be prepared for. So it's just in that space as well. Like I'm trying to prepare for all. I'm trying to prepare from all angles. You know what I mean? I'm trying to prepare just in case I need this. Like I said, I'd rather have these insults in this weakness, in your weaknesses, in your trauma, and not have to use them, than to need it. Like I need the insult right now. I need something to take the power back from it. I need something to make me feel like I'm in control, because that's where it comes from, y'all. That's why we store this stuff up, because we need to feel like we're in control of things. Like I need something to make me feel like I'm in control. So if I don't have anything, guess what? If I don't have anything to say or do to you, there comes the threats. Here comes the anger. Here comes the threats of violence or rage or something along those lines. Like this does happen quite a bit in that aspect of things right there. You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, it is part of the kind of paradigm of dealing with a narcissistic person, y'all. It's just part of what comes along with it. And I hate telling people that, just like, yeah, dog, this is what you get when you're dealing with narcissists, But at the end of the day, you have to empower yourself on this journey of dealing with toxic people, because if you don't empower yourself, they're going to take the power from you. I can promise you that. If you don't empower yourself, they're going to take the power from you. I promise you that. I can promise you. You know what I mean? But you get a lot of paranoid narcissistic people, y'all, that like you just have to be careful of, like, if you have to remain in a relationship with them, you have to learn what triggers them, learn what sets them off, learn what protects yourself, learn what makes that person feel safe and kind and cuddly, or whatever it is, and learn what makes that person not feel like you're out to get them. So you have to study this person. And I know people are just like, well, Lee, that's a lot of work. Y'all, I know it's a lot of work, which is why, sometimes like if you feel like it's too much work, it might be time to, work on you. Let's just put it that way. It might be time for you to find, a different venue, a different avenue for a relationship, or to be by yourself a little bit. Like I said, I'm not telling everybody to leave their relationships. I'm just saying this can get very, very extensive in dealing with a narcissistic person. Trying not to trigger them, because, life doesn't just stop. I'll say this right here, y'all. Life just doesn't stop as an adult. You don't just get traumatized as kids. Adults can be traumatized too. So it's just like, if we haven't dealt with our childhood traumas, then adult traumas are going to be just as bad, y'all. But it's just part of the dynamic, y'all. Part of the paradigm dealing with toxic, narcissistic people, y'all. Anyways, y'all, I have a coaching call here I got to hop on right now. The person just hopped on. So thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.